Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Gold League Delusions of Grandeur. Let me introduce you to our two players. In the bottom right, CptKoala, going with the simultaneous supply depot gas build, definitely an original one. And in the top left, from the SSCRAFT. I think we can turn the
Now I have your attention.
for this one. Thank you, JD. Greetings. Deepwade even has time with his 44 actions per minute to formally greet his opponent as he builds that first spawning pool. CptKoala going with the proxy racks, realizes it gets scouted, but well after, and just gonna be a gentleman and cancel it when it's halfway done. I thought I turned it off. It didn't turn it off. Oh, it's still there. It can never die. How about now? Oh my god, it can't die. Okay. Today we learned that the eye tracker is immortal. Guess you didn't want me to see that barack. The overlords never want to see Barack Obama. Obviously not. But that orbital, not gonna be there. Zergling hanging out, chilling on Dreamcatcher, sometimes referred to as Meme Catcher. That's an engineering baby for the 3-minute mark. A classic sign of an aspiring Bronze League hero. Three spine crawlers, a trifecta, covering the main. And a 1-base Ultralisk den into top right gold expand from our Brood War Zerg player. A single Widow Mine comes across the map. A Lurker den on 1 base before the 5-minute mark. That's quite something. The Widow Mine will burrow and block a third, little does he know. There is not even a second. A Nidus network as well. Will this and can this be Nidus Lurker? Yes. Yes, it could. The worker count's dead even. The supply is very close. An armory on the way. We're gonna continue those upgrades. Widow Mines making their way across, but little does he know. A slow Zergling will chase down a Widow Mine, but it'll bait it into the second one. Enemy down. Incredible micro from CptKoala. But the Nidus network has been filled. 2 Lurkers inside, 3 Ultralisks. Now, what's the plan? A Nidus in the back. There are very few units at home here. CptKoala reacts. But the Lurkers are out. That's a lot of dead SCVs. The scan comes out, but will there be a second scan? No. Down to 16. Vikings on the way. An interesting call. Waiting for another scan. He has it. But another Nidus pops out. 1 Hydra will be repelled. Another scan. Looks like he'll finally finish off the Lurker, but another Nidus network comes down. That's not how drops work, my friend. But 2 Hydras pop out. The Banshee cloaks. The Overseer, realizing it might have had to do something productive. Another Nidus. You never know when they're going to be coming up next. the changeling will be killed, but not before the Nidus pops out. Unfortunately, it was empty on arrival. The drones are transferring past Widow Mines over to the gold base. Both players with over 1,500 minerals, which is impressive because neither of them have even really close to 40 workers. Just for some basic math, that means they will have to bank minerals for well over a minute in order to get that many. I said the Brood Wars are apparently more and more accurate as time goes on. The Nidus epic. And, of course, he will take a drone from his main and expand to the second gold. 2 of 2. Of course, the normal response to getting Nidus wormed is to build 14 turrets around your base. Bringing our TPM here. Let's bring up that stat. We're going to give Jimmy a second. Jimmy, can you bring up that stat? Okay. That's going to be about a 1.4 right there. Wow, thank you, Jimmy. That's impressive. Our record is about 10. But so that's our record on rounding here. But TPM, any TPM over 1 turrets per minute, of course, is incredibly respectable and definitely qualifies a player. We got 9 leaders on the way. 4 Vikings. Not 1, not 2, not 3. Well, there were 4. He will supply block Deepwade. Somehow the supply is very even. A scan. Scan in the main. He sees the mutas pop out. That Widowmine gonna find some more purchase. Knocking down one of the mutas. The micro. Incredible for 2,000 minerals. The dodge. The juke. Unfortunately, the Widowmine not gonna connect on what he wanted. The muta flank comes in CptKoala. He might know about the top right. But for the most part, he's still in the dark. '86 to '87 supply. Coming back up the range. Is there stim? No. Is there detection? No. Is there hope? One Marine, 4 Marines survived. Another Nidus. The second Lurker is not within detection range. The Nidus comes out. The Nidus is gone. The Lurker remains. In come the mutas. Both the Lurker and Liberator are dead. The dance continues. Dozens of actions every single minute from these players. Another Nidus. He now has 3 drones in the network. Another Nidus. He's going to transfer drones out of a Nidus. He's really just connecting throughout the map. The Zerg swarm has turned from an army into an infrastructure company. Poor swarm host. Those mutas were ill-fated. Lurkers will burrow. Few swarm hosts as well. CptKoala though, ahead on supply. He's building 5 reactors now. That's almost literally a wall of barracks. swarm hosts come in, lurkers can hit from the low ground to the high ground. Just don't question it. Three broodlords. A little bit of everything coming out from Deepwade. Here come the broods. He's playing this almost... Oh, unfortunately the turrets are on point. And we'll drive back the broods. A single broodlord survives. CptKoala has managed to lose 39 SCVs. 3 lurkers at the bottom of the ramp. No stim, no combat shields. 1 broodlord going to work. The, what I think we can very loosely call a contain continues. CptKoala is mining off of a third base. The mutas, the medevac will ferry some SCVs to it. The mutas will chase. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I need to see what happened here. What happened here? The lurkers moved. Oh, imagine if they hadn't. Oh my god. Oh my god. The friendly fire from the tanks slaughtering the Marines, and somehow CptKoala maintains the supply lead. The splash damage of a veritable tsunami from both sides. Vikings will eventually hunt down and kill the... There's a hatchery here. Here come around a swarm host. Another night of swarm detected. CptKoala, it's 28 to 20 workers. Deepwade has as many minerals as CptKoala has gas in the bank. The Nidus, there are slowlings and 3 hydras. 0 upgrades across the board for Deepwade, but he does have adaptive talents and his Hydra upgrades as well as Burrow. 2-2 and Cloak for Banshees for CptKoala. And the Marines are fine. The worker count, despite all of this, and 57 to 3 in the kills. 24 to 18. Another orbital is on the way. The SCVs try to get inside, but the door is shut. It's only for premium members only. There is an Ultralisk, and he is researching chitinous plating. So it will not be a paper lift. Here come the Ultras. The Ultras will die, and even without stim or combat shields, the 2-2 Marines will stand their ground and survive. Zergling speed is on the way, a little bit later than we're used to. And then will immediately be followed by adrenal glands. 15 Marines at a time for Captain Koala, as well as 3-3. Another Nidus network, but a lot of SCV is gonna die. In fact, all of them. Leaving Captain Koala with less than he started, and 0 income. A total of 7. This is maybe not the place to expand. Oh my god. He scans. Down goes the Lurker. Storm Host will pop their Locust. The rest of the army is converging, but what is there to actually stop this many Marines with 1 medevac? I think I've seen this on one of those sites you use incognito mode for. But 12 banelings on the way. Somehow this command center will finish. Can only heal 1 at a time. It's going to be 3-3 against 0-0 though, soon enough. Somehow Captain Koala is actually ahead on supply. 71 Marines against 7 Zerglings, 2 Hydralisks, 2 Broodlords, 12 Banelings, 2 Corruptors, 2 Ultralisks, and 4 Queens. It is 6 SCVs, 1 non-Widowmine, 1 medevac, 1 siege tank, and 71 Marines. The battle commences. The Banelings roll in, and then die. The Marines live. Captain Koala. Without stim, without combat shields. Just a bunch of naked Marines. Another Nidus is the choice from Deepwade. He's making 5 Ultralisks. You know, and getting +1 flyer attacks. He has made a grand total of 2 Corruptors. Well, he's made plenty of Corruptors for Broodlords, I guess. There is an orbital in the main. Captain Koala is mining again. He has 6 SCVs, but most of them are asleep on the job. Now here's the question. The Ultralisks have their oh wait, there is +2 carapace? No. They have 2 base armor, and then chitinous plating gives them 2 armor, so 4. I mean, on paper, in a usual circumstance, this would be a deadly army to a Terran. That medevac is overworked. She is out of energy. But she's trying her best to make sure all these Marines are in full fighting condition. He could make about 30 more medevacs if he had the minerals. But what do we have here? There is 1 Lurker. If the Ultras actually connect with their attacks, it could be pretty dangerous. The Lurkers will take some big chunks out of these Marines. There's a tank on the high ground. The Ultras come in and are promptly shredded. Deepwade has managed to spend most of his bank. He only has 26 drones. He's actually mined out of the gold bases. He never took his natural. Most of his mining is actually happening at his opponent's third. The Ultras are now in an awkward position of being inside the Terran's main. So they will not remain. Broodlords coming in for the flank. Now it is 94 Marines. Well, that number about to get cut down a little. The Broodlords go in for the attack. Three SCVs remain for the captain. A very effective auto turret from CptKoala. The turrets with a nice flank on the Broodlords. It is now 29 to 2 workers. Rocks are really chewing through. There's actually 6 queens and a dozen or so drones in the Nidus Worm right now. In the Nidus network. There's a very good chance that Deepwade has forgotten about these units. And for some reason now, we are in a base trade. Oh, has he forgotten? Yep, nope, he has not. But unfortunately, only the Ultralisk cavern. Oh, now he's supply block. So CptKoala survives. Well, it's not. I mean, with that many queens and Ultralisks, there's a very real chance he can beat these Marines. But 3-3 is good against 0-0. There's not even a single corruptor. The Terran, oh, the migration begins. The refugee Terran. The Ultras are not in position to be covered or cover these queens, leaving us in a very awkward scenario of the queens dying horribly. There are now 2 extractors on the map. Well, and a hatchery. Our worker count is 1 to 2, and there's one. He's building 2 more drones. He seems to understand how a base trade works, but unfortunately has not avoided the situation which has brought us here after 40 minutes. There are still 2 Broodlords, 3 Ultralisks. CptKoala not realizing the extent to which, while being inept and barely capable of producing even the most basic Terran unit, just the fact he kept producing that unit consistently, as opposed to his opponent, who threw darts at a board and built 3 of whatever it hit every few minutes. Commonly known as microing your macro. So it appears 100 fully upgraded Marines without stim and combat sheet are in a winning position now against a Zerg who had everything. So, a couple Marines are chewed up. The Terran army closes in. This is the last building. of our Zerg player. That's what +3 Marines do to Ultras without upgrades. The Ultras will try their best. Not going to be enough. That's it. That's the ball game.